Hey. Hello. Welcome everyone to Sussex Saturday. I'm VS Speaks Royally. Welcome to the 2022 year-end review. Church and Ellie requesting to go straight to trash time. Now you know. We will get there. So hello to all the channel members that have joined thus far. I have to say specifically, hey, Sis Hilda, I see you. She hasn't been feeling well. Everybody keep her in your prayers. She was sick yesterday and the day before. So it's good to see you in the background. Just rest. And I do hope you're feeling better when 2023 rings in. So here we are, everybody. I do have hopefully a couple of surprises for you in this live stream. We will see. But I'm going to go ahead and jump in and get started. Let me see. Okay. I just wanted to be sure I wasn't missing anything there. I'm going to at least start my banner. You know, welcome to Sussex Saturday. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Consider becoming a channel member as the year is 2022 is about to go out, and a new year's coming in. Also, I have a store tab. There's merch, all that good stuff. So do check it out. And I do grant and thank everybody for the support in just hanging out and acting crazy in the live streams with me. So we've had 12 months of wow, especially the last, I will say, 3 months for Sussex Squad has truly been like, oh my gosh. Can I get any better? I have not. I started Live to Lead. So I do want to say that. I did start it, but I have to put that on and watch the episodes after the live stream. I needed my rest for today. Trash time. I have to be really energized for that. You all understand. So first things first, I want to go through the disclaimer. You know how I do, and my favorite quote, and then we'll jump right into it. Okay, so copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay, my favorite quote of Harry and Meghan: each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. Now, a squaddie back, I want to say it was early 2022, and it may have even been earlier than that, in 2021, had put a comment up. And this is so true, because as we're closing out a year, we need to, and a new one is about to begin. Let's just remember, when the train goes through a tunnel and it's dark, you don't throw away the ticket and jump off. You sit and trust God or the being or the universe, whatever your belief system is, today, no matter how dark the situation. This has been one of those things that, as we watched Harry and Meghan, their docuseries, this is so true, the saying. They did get off the cray-cray train stop when it's called the UK royal family. They did get off that stop, but other than that, they're living, they're thriving, their seeds are still blooming. Okay. I want to pay homage to Barbara Walters, just to say rest in peace. She passed away yesterday at 93, and she was a trailblazer. She broke ceilings, whether you want to call them glass ceilings or not, glass shards and slices and dices people. So I just like to say she broke a lot of ceilings, and a lot of women who are in journalism now, on TV, etc., do need to, give honor to her. And I did see something where Oprah did that yesterday. So I do want to at least pay our respects to Barbara Walters. Okay. Taking a sip of my tea. All right. Year in review. Let me just keep my eye in case maybe a guest or two pops in. Let me look at the time. Okay, so starting with January, I didn't see too much. I think they were very quiet in January. I couldn't find anything. Now, I won't say that I know all and be all when it comes down to Harry and Meghan. I like to think I do. But, things get past me too. So, let's just say that in the quietness is when they're doing a lot of prep. And we have to just be ready for when it is the quiet and stillness. They are doing some amazing things that we will be hearing about when we're ready and they're ready to tell us. So in February, the NAACP President's Award was given to Archwell Foundation, aka, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Because yes, that's still their titles. Okay. Or their styling, put it that way. I'm not going to start. If I say something about the specific members of that UK-based family, I'll start right in on trash time. And I know, Church Nelly, that's what you wanted to get to. But we're going to patience. Okay. March was also a quiet month, but then we had Invictus Games in April. And lovely time. Meghan slayed us, as she always usually does. It was just squaddies got a chance. Some of the squaddies got a chance to take pictures. I probably would still be laying on the ground overseas in Germany. Yeah, y'all know, because I'm not. What was this? The Netherlands, I think. And 2023 is in Germany. So, in May, there was Archie's birthday. Let us not ever forget there's Archie's birthday in May. Okay. And then in June, and this is just additional pictures of Invictus. Polo season kicks off. So, Church Nelly, hold on to your wigs. And I did say wigs. So here's a picture for you to enjoy. There's Nacho over there for you, Church Nelly. Unless you've moved off of him. I don't know. Okay. But as I was saying, June was a certain event took place over in the UK, and Harry and Meghan did attend. I just want to show, because the picture of the hat, it was the hat that stopped the world. I like to think. Sussex Squad, anyway, we all were like, yeah, it was a gas moment. But it was Princess Lilibet Diana's birthday, her first birthday. So, yes, that's their daughter. Okay. Probably the only picture. See, people acted crazy, and this is probably the only picture that we'll see facial. Okay, I'm going to move on. So, that was those little tidbits that I had for the year in review. But then we move on down the road, and then we come into the month of August. And we have what I did with the picture, I don't know. I had a picture that I pulled over. Let me just see. Of the award that they got in August, Archwell Foundation was awarded the Afghan Refugee Support Award. Harry and Meghan didn't attend. The president, I believe, of Archwell did. And of course, I had a screenshot of the picture, but do I have it saved? No. Did I pull it over? No. Okay. And then we had Spotify dropped the first episode, The Misconception of Ambition with Serena Williams. And we enjoyed all of those lovely episodes until I think we were 3 in, and then it was a pause because QE2 had passed away. And I'm just going to show our queen at the funeral. Okay. And then, Archetypes began again. If you want to say restarted, relaunched in October after a month of mourning that they were kind enough to observe. And it really was a great season 1 of Archetypes. I can't even imagine what is planned for season 2. Crossing fingers we get one, because they are booked and busy. Okay. In October, there were some pictures of Meghan shopping. I think I did show them in a prior episode, but yeah, we're just going to say that occurred. November was a date night. Again, that was popped out. But then we come into December and we're thinking, oh, okay, we know that the Netflix docuseries is going to drop, and we didn't realize how hard it was going to fall on us. That's how I see it. But it was, that kind of set the tone for the year. December, the 8th and the 15th. So they dropped 3 episodes on December 8th and another 3 on December 15th. People lost their minds during the first 3 because, some feel that Harry and Meghan should check the calendars or diaries of others, and they don't need to. They check their own, they check each other's, and they go on with life. So this is how they're looking at all the haters. How you like me now? Now, what would have really been a gem is if, and Meghan's too sweet for it, but she had her 2 fingers up, but read between the lines, folks, read between the lines. That's my take. And again, today, Live to Lead dropped. Hopefully you have at least started it. If you've finished it, kudos to you. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is the first interviewee that is up on tap, and as Meghan explained, that the interview was completed in, I think she said August 2019. So it's going to be really, really good. So this is how I look at Harry and Meghan, and they summing up their year with haters and all that other stuff and everything else being thrown at them. Just let it all burn. They have reset the narrative, taking better control of the narrative because they're not silenced anymore. And, a certain family doesn't control what they say, when they say it, etc. To watch for 5 millionth time Harry and Meghan. I get new tidbits every time I watch, but when Meghan, and I know I heard it before and it just was like, oh my, but when she said we couldn't even share pictures, like first Christmas, and you're putting up your tree and you can't even share pictures with your friends. Like, what kind of craziness is that? because they have to control the narrative. I've been watching, little sidebar, I've been watching on um, Netflix. It's called The Christmas Prince. And so there's three series to it: The Christmas Prince, The Christmas Prince, The Royal Wedding, and then The Christmas Prince, The Royal Baby. But in the first one, well, it's really the second one, the woman that's over the protocol is telling her, when it comes down to the crown, protocol is all that needs to be. And so she's like, yeah, but in this century with social media, protocol wasn't written for those times. And it's like, it doesn't matter. And I immediately thought of like how, the palaces like to leak all over Harry and Meghan and try to use protocol when there really isn't any. Mm-hmm. Somebody mentioned about them always holding hands. If you go back to the 2017 Christmas, because that was the first Christmas Meghan attended, not being a wife yet, and a certain couple walking alongside of them was holding hands. Don't you ever, haters, discuss anything that they do as far as when they're out in public and they hold hands. Okay. Oh, they've kissed. Oh, really? Diana kissed Charles at a polo event. He's kissed his current wife. I've seen that in public. I can't say that I've seen the others, but they'll try and they'll fail, but it is what it is. Okay, let me move on. Let me jump into Squaddie Corner. I see I have 90 comments. Let me just look at the comments really quickly. Scan. Hello to everybody that's out there. Hey, Spidermus. Spidermus Prime. I do hope you keep that. Max mentioned that. Yeah, that is your name. Whoop, put the stamp on it. Okay. I just wanted to see that I'm not missing anything in particular. Tier, you said you've listened to RBG and Greta, and let me just say, for those that want to go after Greta, I would suggest that you don't. Yeah, we're getting ready to get into, she scorched somebody so badly, but then it led to, because he just couldn't keep his mouth shut and off of not only Meghan, but just her. Yeah, she scorched him. And yeah, she is fearless and I love it. Let's see. Sisters love each other and not ashamed to show. Yeah, that's so true. So Navi, don't feel bad. Lot to soak in with each person that's being interviewed. So yeah, but we have time, if you're not going out partying tonight, you have time. Put it on, get your favorite little drink, and then you go on with it. Yeah, Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yes, sleep in heavenly. Ooh. Sleep in heavenly peace, Barbara Walters. I'm sorry, y'all. I just saw that we have a guest in the background, everybody. And I wanted to surprise you all, year-end review. And just as we're getting ready to get into trash time, yes. Okay, so let me, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to bring you into the stream, and then I'm going to just go through and I'll let you introduce yourself right at this moment. And it is kind of perfect timing. Squaddie Corner. I would like to say to those squaddies out there, get ready, because we're about to have a ball. Okay? All right. Many of you will know the name, but I'm going to let her introduce herself. Let me take the banner down. Okay. And now I'm going to add to the stream. Now you're muted. So you just have to unmute yourself, Special K. Mm-hmm. Is she there? All right, I'll come back. It says her device is not connected. Okay, they'll connect again. All right. I'll look for you to pop back in. All right. So for Squaddie Corner, I'm just going to run through these and then wait for her to come back. She should be back. All right. So I saw this article um, on Twitter. That's the news, so-called news right now. And it's just from Salon, from Lizzo to Megan, the Stallion. 2022 was the year of survival for Black women in public eye, and I love that I saw that they had captured our Meghan. And yeah, all the women on here, and I have to put the link in the description, but I will get it for you all. If you've read it, great. But it is a good article. We have to do better when it comes to Black women. I just have to say that. Yeah, because all the women pictured, support doesn't just come immediately. It's like you have to earn it, and it's like, what's wrong with you all? What's wrong with people in general? But anyway, I digress. So, woosah. All right, the Travelist. As we know, that is an organization that Harry helped found, and they are welcoming a new partner, Travelport, into their partnership. And have any of you used Travelist? Because I just would be curious to know. I haven't traveled, so of course I haven't used it. It is what it is. Ooh, let me see. Are you there now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, there she is. Oh my goodness.
Yay!
How are you?
I'm doing fantabulous. How are the squaddies doing?
They are doing well. So, for my audience that may not know you, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I am Special K Thoughts, aka Special K, better known in the world of Twitter. Um, I have a channel and it's called Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. And many of you squatties will listen in on Friday nights because we do a live podcast of Success Talk.
Yes.
So, yay! I am so happy to join in VS
I'm
Speaks Royally. Thank you
grateful that you're
so much for
here.
thank you so much for inviting me.
You never need an invite, but you are so welcome. I'm really like, I was like, everybody's gonna kind of do a year end, but I was like, I want a couple of people to come on. So I was hoping more would, but of course, I wait till the last minute to kind of do things. So but I do appreciate you being here. I don't know if you heard me in my ramblings and covering the earlier part of like from January through this point of December of the Sussexes before they
No,
joined.
I didn't get a chance to hear. So what you been talking about, girl?
So we just
Fill me in.
covered, or should I say, I covered, just going through like the highlights. Like February was the NAACP President's Award. Invictus in April. We have King Archie's birthday in May. June was Lilibet's and the Jubilee that they happened to be over there for. Oh yeah, and in July, I missed this one. July they went to the UN, everybody, and I forgot about that. Harry did that speech. And then August was the Afghan Refugee Support Award that they didn't attend, but I believe it was their president that attended for them in their honor. Spotify Archetypes kicked off
Right.
in September. It was paused when QE2 died, but then restarted in October, and then October, November were somewhat quiet for them because we see why. December was the kickoff for their Netflix docuseries, and then Live to Lead was released today. I just started like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and I was like, "You're gonna have to concentrate and get ready for today." So I had to stop. So I haven't watched all of it.
Yes, I haven't watched none of Live to Lead yet. I haven't.
Okay.
I want to um when I watch it, I kind of want to be by myself because
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot going on in my house because
Mm-hmm.
it's the holiday weekend, so I
Right.
got folks coming in and out. But
Right.
judging from Twitter And some of the postings that I've seen on Facebook, it sounds like it is excellent. It sounds like that they've really stepped up their game in regards to the being producers
Mm-hmm.
in Netflix, and it sounds like that the people that are featured have some very compelling stories to tell. So I can't wait.
I can't either.
And
Yeah.
what I love about Live to Lead is I love the fact that Harry and Meghan, because we're all, well, not us squatties, but the world, right? Let's just say the world is really caught up in the docuseries.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love is the fact that Harry and Meghan decided to drop Live to Lead while the world is still kind of caught up in this
Yes.
docuseries, because it
Yes.
shows that they are moving on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're moving on.
They're doing other things like yeah, we're gonna get to our what I call trash time. We're gonna get to that. And then you can be Special K as we know Special K.
Get ready. No.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I'm just scanning comments because I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And hello to everyone who has joined since the start that I haven't. Hey Liz, I haven't good to see you. Let me see. Church and Ellie, bring the damn ratchet. Like yeah. And I forgot to do a screenshot, but if y'all have seen what Greta did to that poor dude, mm, he deserved every bit of that. So yeah. Let me see. All right, yeah, nothing. It's just a lot of the hellos and all. So I'm gonna jump back over and just kind of. So I was starting Squaddie Corner. Let me take this comment off. And I was talking about the Salon. There's an article from Salon with regard to Lizzo, Megan Thee Stallion, but they have Megan's in the screenshot or the picture of the article, and so it's a good read. I do have to get the link to everybody, but everybody knows how I like to end the Squaddie Corner with saying winter is coming. We are days away from January 10th. Spare. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh, I think we're all going to probably have read. Let me see. When is January 10th? What day of the week is that on? Ooh, it's a Saturday? Is that a Saturday? No. It's not. It's a Tuesday. Okay. There might be some radio silence during the week there because, yeah, need some time to read, like start reading. Yeah. That's going to be, it's going to be epic. I know he's going to bring it because, as he said, if you don't understand that, I can't help you. I can't help you. So, yeah.
But VS,
Yes.
there's a part of me that kind of feels like Harry's book is really going to just focus more so on introspective. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I agree.
yeah, like what he's gone through from a child. It's not going to be so much focused on corrupt Chuck.
Oh no.
And scrolling bones. Um, I really honestly think he's going to talk about certain things that he went through that we had no clue about. You know
Which
what I
are
mean?
highlighted a little bit, like in their docuseries, when it was stated that the boys, that's how they said, the boys are to have like kind of quiet and freedom from the press while they were at school. And his friend explained the first day we walk out and he had never seen so many cameras before. And everyone screaming Harry. Like he never was protected.
Right. Absolutely.
So they threw those in there and they give you the history. It was so well done. I've watched it 5 million times I know. So because I'm just like, I like hearing their story told by them, how they met, Harry pursuing her. He was brother had a thing. He was like, I need to meet her.
Exactly. And then she was in the snap. Dog
Hmm.
ears.
Hmm.
He hadn't even seen her full face.
And was like, who is that? Black girl magic to do it to you every time. Okay.
Amen.
All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me get into trash time. This is what they had been waiting for. This is when you can cut loose, you know. Let me play my little intro for it. It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time. Okay, so Church Nelly wanted to get right into this in the beginning.
Of course, Church Nelly does.
Woo. So, I just want to start out by just reading what the statement that was put out, and just said the fact that the Sun has not contacted the Duchess of Sussex to apologize shows the intent. And this is in regards to um, Jeremy Clarkson's disgusting op-ed. This is nothing more than a PR stunt. While the public absolutely deserves the publication's regrets for their dangerous comments, we wouldn't be in this situation if the Sun did not continue to profit off and exploit hate, violence, and misogyny. A true apology would be a shift in their coverage and ethical standards for all. Unfortunately, we're not holding our breath. I was like, woof, all right, boom, drop the mic. They're letting you know, just let it go. We're moving on to other things. But yeah, she did deserve an apology directly. You want to be with your full chest in a disgusting manner. You better be full chest and saying, whoop, I was bad. Not that you stuck your foot in your mouth. You should have shoved it down your throat and choked on it. But that's just my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Um, Dude said he was clumsy. Dude said that he was clumsy.
Mm-hmm.
Look, mm, look. I don't understand how come these people don't understand that you're talking about somebody's wife.
Right.
This is
Somebody's
somebody's
daughter.
right, somebody's
Yeah.
daughter. This is somebody's mama.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I mean, really, I honestly have no words. I mean, this man actually said or wrote, I should say, that he. What did he say? Lazy. I didn't even really
He
read the whole
hates
thing.
her. He hates her. I didn't pull it across, but he hates
Yeah,
her at a cellular level. Like that's deep
that
at a
is deep.
cellular level. So, but that she should be walked through the streets like we know the Game of Thrones scene.
Hmm.
There was a reason for that scene. If anybody watched Game of Thrones, you understand that scene. But um, there's no reason for Meghan to be walked through the streets naked. Him grinding
Mm-mm.
his teeth or whatever the heck he said in that regard, and then to have shit thrown at her.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Right. Didn't he say he fantasized about that, or he
Oh
lays in bed at
yes,
night thinking
oh
about
yes.
that?
If he's married, his husband or his wife should look at him sideways.
Exactly. Exactly. But I was happy to see, to get on a positive note, I was happy to see his own daughter, you
Yeah.
know, call him out and, say she absolutely did not agree with her father's comments. And I think we as squaddies, which many of us already do, but I think we as squaddies really need to amplify those voices
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of them. There are so many non squaddies that clapped back at that fool.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That were very, very upset
I
with
mean, people that
him
have been
and the
quiet
editor.
for so long that it was like, where did you come from? Like, you did a double take, like, you're talking out against this? Like, wow, this really, either you finally saw it or it reached your desk,
Right.
that op ed. So,
I think it just hit a nerve with so many different people all across all across the world.
hmm
It just had a gut instant reaction. And I mean, there's been a couple of other incidences where non-squatties have risen up and joined the Success Squad, and denouncing just whatever. But I thought this time around it really took it on a global scale. When you've got
yeah.
CNN reporting on it, you know
hmm
what I mean? The excuse my language, but the shit really hit the fan.
Yeah.
But what I loved about I was happy that the Success's spokesperson released a statement. I was.
hmm
I was thinking that they weren't. But
Right. They would be quiet, like, have that silence and kind of hopeful that it died down. But yeah.
exactly. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad they spoke out about it, and I'm glad that their new spokesperson, has a good clapback.
Oh, definitely.
you know,
Definitely.
yeah. Unfortunately, we're not holding our breath.
It's one of those, yeah, it's one of those we don't expect because you figure the Mail on Sunday or whatever was supposed to have that like front page, or the Daily Mail was supposed to have not Daily Fail, however you want to put it, was supposed to have like that front page, big print. She won, we lost, but it was way at the bottom of the screen, of their print, and they did it, but they didn't do it, and they got around it in a way, but she didn't push for it, although
Right.
she got their purse strings, so that's even better. That's even better. But your favorite person, because I was watching the clip that you had put on Twitter, and I was cracking up at it, of the scene from docu-series when Meghan, Harry, and what is her name? Um,
Is it Mandana?
Yes, or in the kitchen, and a certain person's name comes up only because he was honored, is why I'm bringing him up. So, JK was honored by the royal family and given made a lieutenant of the royal order. And so that to me, let me tell you something, they're never going back. I just need to keep saying that to people because some people do hold out hope that they do go back. They're not. They're not. They're not going back. They may visit. They're not going to be up under the rule of that family. My personal opinion. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree with you. I don't. They have no plans on going back. They're not going back as
right,
working royals. That's just not going to happen. And I think the docu series and what I love about it is that a lot of the stuff we knew because we're squatties, but there's a lot of
right,
stuff that people globally just were not aware of because they don't follow them like
right.
that the way we
Mm-hmm.
do. But they tried really hard to stay. They tried really hard to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they pointed out that, hey, we offered to move to South Africa. We offered to
Right,
move to New Zealand. We
right,
offered to move to Canada. We even offered to give up our freaking titles.
right,
And we were told no, and I've just noticed postings from other squatties, not squatties, but non-squatties saying, wow, they offered to move to a Commonwealth country and give up their titles.
mm-hmm.
So, but no, they're not.
Where the press was using those items against them,
Right.
like demanding they
Exactly.
give up their titles. But you knew that this was, if that was leaked to you, you knew the real story. You just twisted it.
Exactly.
So yeah, but Jason Knopf, JK, has been honored
Mm,
by
mm,
King
mm.
C3, because that's the only one that could give that honor. at the behest, I'm sure, of Space, um, who Jason works for, and they always try to downplay. He is a current employee of Space and Cosplay, and he's been a long term employee of theirs. And, you know, disgusting. I just, this to me is just, that's the biggest slap in the face. But, you know, they like those titles and they like to. I'm not even. I almost said something. Oh Jesus! I'm glad I have you here because that kept me from saying what crossed my mind. Jason. Okay, I'm gonna say Jason is doing some great pegging because he's getting pegged right up that chain. Okay, there.
Exactly.
I got it out. All right.
I'm trying to figure out.
But his karma is going to be something else.
I agree, but I'm trying to figure out what type of message is. Well, it's obvious what the message is to us, but so King Corrupt really just wants to send the message out to his own child
Mm-hmm.
that I really honestly don't give a. I almost dropped the
About
F bomb.
you, right? There you
Yeah,
go.
about you or your wife or my grandkids.
Definitely, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's like, alrighty, Chuck.
I mean, loud and clear. But then they're going to expect them, and I know the whining will begin. Let me see. When is that thing? In June? And so towards the middle of May, there'll be the articles on the whining on they better come and they have to, you know, the whole whining for them to show up at that coronation, which they might. Who knows? She should wear the same dress she wore to the Queen's funeral. That's my feelings. Okay. That's my feelings on it.
All black.
Yeah, since she muted her colors, and I remember Squaddies used to mention, why is she not wearing some color? We found out why, but yeah, that's what she should roll up with. Mm-hmm. Y'all can keep your diamonds and pearls and all that stuff. Just let her. She can wear that. Let her wear that outfit again. Hat, gloves, the whole kit and caboodle to that coronation. Shut it down all the way down. Mm. All right, so I have a couple of things. You know, people like to mess with Meghan. They can't keep Meghan out of their mouths. And then karma comes back and whoops the wheels off of them. Now, it's not that I'm happy about people being sick or falling down steps or both or being arrested, but you know what? You learn. Karma don't play. Meghan's ancestors look out for her. And if you keep it up, they're going to come get you. Okay. So, again, not making light of people being sick, but I'm just saying Ruth Langsford takes time off from loose women amid ill health. Next time, you'll learn who to talk about. Keep your mouth on the ones that are over there in the UK versus the ones in California. Okay. And then Greta destroyed this guy, but Andrew Tate, I'll just say, she destroyed him. But yeah, he was another one that had nerve to talk about Meghan. Why he doesn't like her is beyond me. But you know, he won't have to worry because he'll be spending a whole lot of time in prison for his shenanigans. But okay. I
Karma
did
got him bad. Karma got him quick.
like instantly.
Yeah, instant.
The whole
That was
thing
instant.
is, yeah, exactly. He should have left Greta alone because they said because of him showing, I guess in a picture or a screenshot of his, there was a pizza box, Pizzagate. And that led them to finding out where he was and they were able to get him. He brought it on himself. You should have behaved and stayed off of social media trying to get at people. There you go. This person I already mentioned. So JC, I should say, JC. His little shop closed up after his op-ed. I'll just say it like that. It wasn't an article, it was an op-ed. So his opinion piece, I don't feel bad for him. Karma. I don't know if it's going to open again or what, but I happened to see that his diddly squat farm shop closes after a week. Mm, after his op-ed. Oh, are you scared? Were you scared? No, it's karma telling you to get the hell away and shut up. And you be
Mm-hmm.
silent from now on. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this week, I know squatties. I'm appreciative of the squatties that are on Twitter because when I see screenshots come through my timeline, I'm like, who is this? What are they talking about? What's going on? And then I have to woosah and wait a couple of days before I say something right off the gate, usually. So, this doozy of an article, 2022 is a year we finally got tired of narcissists.
Oh Lord, you gonna get me riled up. Let me let me mute.
Woo. Now, why Meghan Markle is pictured in here, everybody's questioning that. And oh yes, she was dragged. This is the JW. I'll just say that. I'm not putting her name. If you read the article, you know who it is. Others were saying, okay, so I'll leave her looks alone. But anyway, why do they all look alike like this when they want to come for Meghan? Meghan, number one, is not a criminal. Meghan, a narcissist. So let me see if I have that or did I delete that off there? Okay, so Squaddie had this on Twitter. The same Meghan Markle who declined putting herself on the cover of the best and fastest selling number of British Vogue ever, which she edited because she found it to be too boastful, is being branded a narcissist by people who lust after her husband. I smell an N word. So narcissist Meghan is not. Let's get real, people. Understand what narcissist is. Narcissist is what that family and her brother-in-law are doing, allegedly. I'll just throw allegedly in there. But yeah, okay, that's Kuja. Don't mind her. That's Kuja. So this whole picture, you've got the woman who lied about her product and made billions of dollars and is now been sentenced to jail. And I guess after she has her second child, she'll go to jail. And, you have all these other crazies because Kanye West and Meghan are not in the same. No. Now that you got crazy number 45. Yes, I said it. And then, EM. Mm-hmm. You got to be kind what you say because I might go to Twitter and find out my account is suspended. He's so temperamental. But anyway, this woman found it that, this was the way to get her name out there. She's also pop culture. So when we see that account, yeah, that one's been blocked. She's been blocked. I'm just blocking people now because I'm like, and muting her name. So since I've muted her name, I won't speak her name. But come on, Special K, come on off of mute. Let's hear it.
All right, here we go. I read the article.
Mm-hmm.
All right, over 50% of the article is about Harry and Meghan and how much she doesn't like their docuseries, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the article, first of all, the article doesn't explain why she feels that they are a narcissist, right? I mean, it doesn't eloquently, or I should say, academically, um, explain like why she felt that Harry, but more so specifically Meghan. Let's just keep it real because they only put Meghan on the cover,
Yes, I was
right?
getting ready to say only Meghan is pictured
Oh, and then they have Meghan right smack
in the
dab in the
center.
middle, in the
Oh
center.
yeah, she
Okay.
was catching hell, literal. That woman was being dragged from here to under.
She
Okay.
was. And that's what I mean by, we need to make sure that we amplify non-squatties' voices, when they join the Success Squad on calling these people out on their
Mm-hmm.
bullshit and their racism and their sexism. But I read the article, and like I said, 50% of the article is all about Harry and Meghan. She talks about how they always start off with, right, how they were rooting for them in the beginning, right? So she's basically saying she liked the docuseries up until they got to episode 5 and 6. She doesn't really explain why she doesn't like episodes 5 and 6, but there was another squatty who did a very good job in explaining on Twitter that episodes 5 and 6 really go into how William, right,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
deceived Harry and basically faked his signature on that joint statement about
Mm-hmm.
bullying Harry and Meghan out of the royal family.
Mm-hmm.
Episodes 5 and 6 talk about um, JK and how William basically sanctioned JK to present evidence against Meghan in her daily mail court case. So that's basically what episodes 4, 5, and 6 talk
Mm-hmm.
about, but basically episodes 5 and 6. And then, of course, we've got diligent squatties who have posted prior stuff that this person has posted on Twitter about basically how she loves Harry. Okay. So she's just another one of them Karens who are upset with Meghan for, messing up their fantasy about marrying Prince Harry. But this is the thing that really kind of cracks me up in a way is when somebody like her goes after Meghan. It's like the hate that they have really seriously clouds their judgment because it's like, woman, girl, you compared Meghan to Kanye West,
Mm-hmm.
a man who has been attacking Jews for this whole year. She
Mm-hmm.
appears to be Jewish to me. Okay.
Exactly.
Her last name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kanye West, who's been attacking
Mm-hmm.
Jews, right? Who said nice things about Hitler. You're comparing Megan to this fool. To me, it's like you're minimizing anti Semitism. Okay. Because this is a woman who has never attacked Jews, who's never said anything about negative about the Jewish people. But you're comparing her to Kanye West. You're putting her kind of in the same category, right? To me, you're minimizing
And
that.
to put
You're
her
minimizing,
center, right? And to put her, yeah, you're
you know what I
minimizing
mean?
everything that she has ever done. Yeah,
Everything. Right. You're minimizing
or
the
trying to.
insurrectionists. Right. She's trying
Yeah.
to, right. Or you're minimizing the insurrectionists. You know what I'm saying? You're minimizing the fact that there was an insurrection in here, the United States of America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump, who
Mm-hmm.
basically, led that, and people died. It's
Right.
like people died, woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're minimizing all that, and then the same thing. What's that lady's name? Elizabeth Holmes? Is that her name?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She put out a product that
To
almost
put
killed
another ball.
people.
Right.
It almost killed people. It was some type of health monitoring machine. What it monitors people's hearts, I think, or something like that.
Something with your
It,
blood or whatever. But yeah,
yeah,
she
there you
lied
go.
about it and defrauded people out of lots of money.
Exactly. And there were people that had serious health issues
Right.
that
Right.
bought that product, bought her product.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Um I the mindset, like you love Harry. Okay, so then you should be happy that Harry pursued the woman that he immediately was attracted to, but that he fell in love with. If you really loved Harry, you would be happy. Because as he said, okay, when it came down to that wedding, maybe that hurts their feelings too, because that was in the latter episodes. When he, brushed his hands together, basically, here we have the last one. Here goes Diana's child. Okay, happily, okay, in love, getting married. Okay, wedding done. We're done. Like that's how people should have taken it. That's what that wedding was about. It was nothing to do with Meghan wanting this big grant. She didn't want that. I don't even think Harry wanted the big to do. But had no choice because image.
I agree with that. I think
You
if it
know,
was up to Harry, if he was able to control that, they probably would have just had some type of secret ceremony, in Botswana
exactly.
where they fell in love.
Exactly. He states in there when they're discussing the engagement, he wanted to do it sooner but couldn't do it outside the UK. That's if that doesn't highlight for people the control, especially for the what first six in line.
Mhm.
I was hoping that cosplay would have had another one to drop Harry out, so then he wouldn't even have had to ask permission. But nevertheless, that didn't happen. So we move on. So, when you're a 30-something-year-old man and you have to ask permission, thankfully she took that meeting since she did, you know,
Mhm.
oh sure, I'll see you. You come for tea, and then as he's in country or getting on the flight, and then it's like, no, stop. You aren't. Oh, you can't come see her. That's his grandmother for number one, so he should have priority. And you just BS'd. It was just a bunch of BS. That's all it
Mhm.
was.
Mhm.
So, but
Mhm.
mm, yeah.
I know in my circles, a lot of people who, weren't team Harry, they weren't team nobody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just middle of the ground people. That stuck out with a lot of people who had no idea what was going on when he
Mm-hmm.
said that he had an appointment to see his grandmother and it was canceled.
Yeah.
That stuck with a lot of people. People were just like, "What? Like, how is he barred from seeing his own grandmother?"
Right. I mean, squad, we went in, we were like, what?
Yeah.
But we're on a different, and I
Mhm.
have to I have to get that screenshot because,
Yeah, we're on a different level, but, when you
yeah,
got that's why I love the fact that they did this docuseries because you
yes.
have millions on top of millions on top of millions of people who honestly had no idea what was going on. It wasn't on their radar like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they're
Yep.
seeing this and they're just like, "What? Like, how you
Yeah.
not allow somebody to see their grandmama?"
Right. Right. That is cruel. Knowing her age, um, even at that time, I would say she was frail. So, it's just that was just ugly. She wasn't. It just showed who was really in control. They tell on themselves. I say this all the time. They tell on themselves while they're trying to, rope in Harry and Meghan into something. They wind up telling on themselves because
Mhm.
the fingers are all pointed back to them. But if you really look deep and at the bottom line, you will see all roads lead back. They
Mhm.
lead right back to those palaces. So I don't even think King C3 is running anything, tell you the truth.
No, he's a punk and he always has been. He's always been a punk. But one thing about Corrupt Chuck, and like I've said on my own live podcast, he's an OG in this game when it
Mm,
when it comes to the media and the press. He's
yep.
old. He always finds a way
To come out
to.
smelling like a rose.
There you go. There you go.
Although roses, when they're dying, stink. So I'm just going to say that. Okay. So, Minion Squad, I don't know who has come up with this whole thing, but I keep hearing that we're not, like, don't call them squad. This person had tweeted this and I fell out. I was like, let me take a screenshot of this. Can we please stop referring to them as the Sussex Squad? This implies that they actually have droves of supporters. Can we instead call them what they really are, or what their real are, but they wanted to say really are? They are payroll trolls and are out in force. Stay strong, y'all. I've never gotten a check. So no, we're not payroll trolls.
Mm-mm.
It's all deflection. So I don't know if you noticed, if you went into the Netflix on the Netflix YouTube channel when they dropped the trailers for the docu-series, all the comments, the majority, I'll say like 99.9% of the comments would start with, I love when, but then you get beyond those first 5 to 6 words and you realize, oh, this is a troll. Oh, so this is what you're doing so you don't get blocked. Mm, I see. I see. Um, I think live to lead, the comments were off, I believe. But
That's good. That's good.
I just was like, come on, Netflix, y'all have got to catch on here. But maybe they've had a chance just to see. And it just, even with those comments, it shows that there is a coordinated smear campaign that y'all just want to ignore. And what you told Diana many years ago, UK media, is what you're telling Meghan now. Diana should keep quiet, is what they wanted. And they wanted to just run her in the ground, which they did, literally. And they wanted to do the same for Meghan, but she's not going to be quiet because you tell her to. Not
Mm-mm.
happening.
That's not
So
happening. They're
the
dealing
same,
with a different breed.
thank you, the same playbook used before social media can't be used anymore. And plus, Squad is here and we're not standing for the bullshit. Okay. This is how we're all looking at you all. Okay. We're looking at you all the haters out there, like, what the? Because she did have that look, like, what is this? What is going on here? But I saw this and I had to snag it. I love Twitter because you can get the best things out there. Law and Order, Special Black Unit. That's what we are. Okay. Mm-hmm. And again, someone bake all of them some chocolate pie. Give them a nice big hunk of chocolate pie, please. Let it be warm too.
Oh!
Okay. Because it's, be a little bit more tasty. I'm just saying. Okay. That's all I had for my review. What were some of your highlights?
I definitely would say Archetypes was a highlight for me. I thought that Archetypes is very well produced. I enjoyed the conversations. I related to a lot of the conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the way they, of course, have their featured guest,
Right.
but they'll also have somebody who is an expert in whatever area that they're talking about. And they
Mm-hmm.
will also bring a historical point of view as well. For Meghan to highlight and give props to, who was the opera singer?
Leotona Price. Is that
Yeah,
how?
Leah. I think
I
it's
think that's
Leotona
her.
Price.
I think that's her name.
Yeah,
Should know it.
that episode that she had with Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm.
For her to
Diva.
for her to
Mm-hmm.
highlight her and give her props was absolutely
It was,
wonderful.
yeah, it was. It really was.
Yeah.
And for those who wanted Meghan, talking about, oh, we got to get her some black hair care product. Y'all need to listen to that particular episode, and you will hear some black hair care products discussed. Okay. Okay.
Exactly. I
All
mean,
right.
for her to bring up Murray's, I literally almost I my
I had
mouth
to rewind.
dropped.
Yeah, I literally pushed the because I was listening on my phone. I took the line and pushed it back. I was like, did she just say what I thought? Let me listen to that again. Okay. Yes, she did.
And I thought the episode with Paris Hilton was very good. I thought it was excellent. I did not know that about Paris.
Yeah.
And Megan was able to get that out, and I just have a whole newfound respect for Paris Hilton. Now, there
Yeah.
was always been a part of me that after a while in watching Paris, I started to kind of think, you know what, Paris Hilton is a businesswoman, because when
Mhm.
her little dogs, the clothing line, when that was
Yes.
selling out, I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
Paris Hilton front now, because
because
Oh,
she made bank, y'all.
thank
Okay.
you. She was making
Mhm.
bank. But
Yeah, yeah.
archetypes, I think, definitely put Megan on a different level.
Mhm.
Just in regards to the different posts that I seen from non-squatties, from
Mhm.
women, from women in media. There were a lot of women in media, national as well as local media, who were commenting on listening to archetypes and how much they loved it. There were a lot of women in the business professional world that are non-squatties that were just
Right.
doing random posts about how much they loved archetypes. So that was a really great thing for Megan, and kudos to her and her production team. And then of course, they won the People's Choice Award, which was awesome. So I hope that comes back, on
Yes.
Spotify. But that definitely was a highlight for me. Of course, the NAACP Image Awards, that was a highlight. But it wasn't so much the award for me. It was more so Megan's speech. I thought she
Yes.
did an excellent speech. I mean, that speech really spoke to Black America.
Very much
Y-
so.
She started off with a bang by giving honor to legendary civil rights icon John Lewis. I mean,
Mhm.
like, who does that? She started the speech off with that, right? Like, bam!
Right. Here
She
in your
gave
face.
Thank you. She gave homage to the pioneers of the civil rights leaders, civil rights movement. She
Mhm.
went on and talked about how Black America has been traumatized throughout the years. She talked about George Floyd and how the
Yes.
the the 9 minutes traumatized. I was like, Jesus, Megan is,
Everybody. Yes.
yeah. I was like, this girl in this speech, but Megan always gives good speeches. But that was another highlight. Of course, the docu series is a big time highlight, and definitely Archwell.
Mhm.
That's a highlight because they are doing some serious charity work. They really, really are. I love the work that they're doing for the Afghan families who are coming.
Mhm.
You know what I mean, to the United States or just different parts
Mhm.
of the world, and how they're putting their money where their mouth is. They really,
Right.
really are, and that's what I look forward to. I look forward to Megan doing a lot more work when it comes to women's rights and gender equality and Archwell Foundation. And I think when Prince Harry says that they're moving on, that's exactly what he means. And Live to Lead is a great start, right? It's a great
Yes.
start to that lets us know that they're definitely going to be way more focused on Archwell Foundation. They're going to be way more
Mhm.
focused on charity work, raising money, and they're going to be leaving Island far behind. So this coming up year, it's really going to be interesting to see
Mhm.
how the royal family and their royal groupies and the British trash tabloids respond when Harry and Meghan really honestly stop talking about the royal family. Because
Mhm.
let's face it, the royal family needs Harry and Meghan to talk about them. They can act like that they don't, but they do.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Corrupt Chuck did not take, well, I guess Queen Elizabeth did not take those titles. There's a reason
Mhm.
why. So,
Very true. That's their connection. That is the very, 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 very thin thread that holds the connection back to the UK is the titles. That's how I see it. And so you have taken that, there's really nothing, like nada.
exactly. You take
But
the right. If
they're
they stop.
still in the family and they're still part of the family and they're still, regardless of you trying to erase Megan from the history of your family, but that's not going to happen.
Mhm. It's not.
Not going to happen.
But yeah,
Right.
I look forward to see what they're gonna do in 2023. I will say there's a part of me that does feel like they're gonna be less quiet though, if that makes any sense. Like they're still gonna be making moves, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
moves, but
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be more so underground.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have. You figure there's more productions coming forth because Archwell
Mhm.
Productions is. Yeah, we're seeing tidbits of with archetypes and with their Netflix deals and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a lot more coming, and I think they're just going to continue to blow us out the water because we never know. With no leaks, we have no idea until the time that it drops, and then we're like, "What?" Yeah, so which I
That is
love.
that is so true.
And then of course we're all scrambling and overjoyed. Like I do want to say, Harry and Meghan, if you ever listen to this, can you do some of your drops on a weekend? Because those of us who may work Monday through Friday, you pretty much crash the whole entire workday when you do things like this. If you really think that most of us are really paying attention, come on now. I'm just be
I
kind to
agree.
us,
I
like you
agree.
did with live to lead was dropped on a weekend. Thank you. We appreciate that.
And the way they dropped it, I mean, just boom.
Well, right on top the heads of the media that were saying, oh well, I doubt they'll have anything to even top, you know, their docu series. And then it was like, boom. Oh really,
Mhm.
bitches? Here we are. What you
Exactly.
want? What you
And
want?
it's amazing that there were no leaks about that. Like there was no, you know what I
They don't
mean?
play that. They really don't play that.
Yeah, there was it's like nobody knew that it was coming. They
Right.
didn't it's almost like nobody even knew that they were working on that.
Yeah, we got so caught up, I think, or at least I can say for myself.
Mhm.
Was it Pearl that we thought was going to be the name of the children's animation?
Right. Right.
And then that was put on hold. Some of us now realize why. Some of us now realize why. And it could be in the order that it was their releases and their productions are going to occur. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen at all.
Right.
Um, Even how it may have been worded, but yeah, Netflix even knows. Let me just play along with this.
Mhm. Mhm.
um, and then you have two of the people that have given you the largest viewing ever docu series. So yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
They
Um,
weren't they were trust me, they were not expecting those numbers. They weren't.
and pretty
I
much free advertising. If you think about it, free advertising. Aside from Squad, the haters were out there just talking, talking, talking. And we all had to say thank you, because you have a channel. So you're always like, oh, thank you for that comment. Like I usually, when I get one of those crazies that drops a comment,
Mhm.
sometimes I engage and I always will say thank you for the engagement. Like you leaving a comment is engagement for me. So thank you.
Right. Exactly.
No matter what you're saying, but thank you. And eventually I'll block them, but it still
Mhm.
is a big thank you. So,
Mhm.
um,
I just don't understand because we've all watched the docuseries. I just don't.
right.
I just what type of mentality? I wish there was a good not psychiatrist. It would be I guess a psychologist, a doctor psychologist
All of them.
who could let us know the mindset of somebody who would sit down and watch 6 hours of a docuseries of two people that they hate.
Uh, Especially if you got beyond episode one.
There
Like
you.
that's their story. Now, if you can't stand them, that should have the first 10 minutes should have taken you completely out. That you just didn't watch the rest of it. Because
I
that's
just
really where a crux of their story is. So
thank you. How did you sit there watching their love story?
right.
All those pictures. Ah,
Well, even from the beginning, and I loved that she started out, the director started out with the clip from Meghan doing that quick fire interview. And when the person finally gets around to saying William or Harry, and she was like, I don't know. And then the person's like, oh, Harry. And she's like, okay, Harry. The fact that Meghan didn't even remember it, and then it was what, 9 months before they met? That to
Mm-hmm.
me, and Harry even said that just shows you had no clue. She didn't, and Squad kept telling you she wasn't, when she said she didn't know about him, she didn't.
Right.
So, but Special
Because
K,
it's because people act like everybody is into the royal family like that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they're she knew who Prince Harry was, but she just wasn't into him like that. She
right.
wasn't, following his every move like that.
Yeah, she wasn't sweating him. She
Right.
wasn't,
She was
it
there
just
you
wasn't
go.
even anything. It was like, oh, yeah, royal family, okay, and moving on. Now,
There you
Special
go.
K, what did you think when Harry's like, I was scrolling my timeline and there was a video of a mutual friend that posted that snap? I said, Harry had Instagram? Oh, shoot. No wonder. Some of us have
I
wondered.
honestly, I was floored that he had an Instagram. I
I
couldn't
said,
believe it.
oh, buddy, he knows they know a lot, because if he, on incognito on an account that close people know is him, but he's able to see all the stuff that was out there and the comments that were left. Yeah, some of y'all shouldn't sleep well at night.
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm. Oh Lord.
You know Harry is reading a lot of squatty comments.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wonder what does he think?
He has to laugh. I hope he
Jesus.
laughs to know where we're coming from. And then some of them, I hope he has the humor, which he seems to have a good little sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the hair, no hair part of the squad.
Right. Does
There's
he know? Right.
the
Does he know
suede
about the
shoes, no suede
right.
shoes part of squad. And
Yeah.
I cracked up when I saw Archie was in a pair, and I was like, oh, it's going down the line. There we go. So you just there's little things here and there, but you gotta love them.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
think they reading it, knowing that it's not from a malicious. We're really just Squad is really just having fun. And
Mhm.
no, haters, we're not paid. We're not paid to like them.
That post that you posted earlier about the person saying
Thanks.
that
Mm-hmm.
stop calling Sucks a Squat, to me, that's fear.
Oh, this, yeah.
Uh-huh. That's fear because they know good and well we are not paid trolls. That's just fear. That's the paid trolls are the ones that are posting on
Mm-hmm.
any and everything
Mm-hmm.
Meghan and Harry.
Right.
That's why I'm so proud of this squad because when Mama Lena and Scroll do stuff, you rarely see any comments from the Success Squad. You may see some, but you don't see a lot of the Success Squad in those comments. It's like we leave
Mm-hmm.
them alone or we just aren't aware of what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When Fred and Gladys post stuff, you don't see Success Squad all up in their comments. Like for real, you don't. But when Harry and Meghan do something, up here come the paid trolls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or here comes just the Meghan haters.
Yeah. I mean, you
And
look at the Instagram for it was Sussex Royal. When pretty much under all of theirs, it was all the crazy comments. But when it was specific to, you knew that Harry or Meghan, but more so Meghan, had
mhm,
posted it, or it was written by her, and it was just, yeah, he saw all those comments, y'all. Don't
mhm,
think that he didn't see them, and he
mm,
sees them on others. But we knew by being Squad, when they recognized us and said thank you,
mhm.
I think
No,
we
that
all paused because we were like, oh shoot.
exactly because that was a highlight, I guess, from last year
Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
posted when they had actually put in a statement that
Mm-hmm.
they knew they were very aware well, they didn't say it like that, but you know what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah, I
generalizing.
get you.
You know,
Paraphrasing.
they were very well aware of what we were doing, and they knew that we were doing things and raising money for charities and this, that, and the other, and they thanked us.
Right.
I mean, that is awesome. That
It's
is awesome.
awesome. It made me feel I mean, of course it's like, woo, what are we saying out there that, but then again, it's a matter of, like Tina and Michelle would say, don't be, mind your business. Harry, Meghan, mind your business. Because that
Please.
would be Tina, mind your business. This isn't about
Mhm.
you. And then for them to even say that, Harry even saying it's not about us, it's much
Mhm.
bigger than us. I sat back, I was like, okay, squad, keep talking. Mm-hmm.
Because it's true. It's not just about Megan. It really honestly isn't. It's what just happened. I don't know how to say her name, but the whole big old brouhaha with uh was it Lady Hussey
Oh Lord.
and
Yeah. Oh, and the woman from Sister,
Sister
what is her?
Space? Is it Sister
Yes.
Space?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's what we're
Mm-hmm.
talking about. That
Mm-hmm.
right there,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's bigger than Megan.
Right.
Okay, and that's an example of what we're talking about, right? It's the racism that's happening. It's the you don't belong here that's
Right.
happening. Megan is on a micro level, right?
Right.
A macro level. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get people to see that this happens all of the time
Right. To
on a
everyone.
to everyone on a
Mm-hmm.
micro level.
Right.
Okay. So if it's happening to her, a very, very light skinned biracial
Woman.
American, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? Woman, then my God, what's happening to Lachey,
Right.
who's two shades darker than Megan,
Exactly.
that enters a white space.
Because,
That
honey, they're gonna let you know. We all
thank
have
you.
our experiences, whether it's
Mhm.
you're the first one
Mhm.
in a job site, because I can go back decades to my first job and or remembering interviews, they call my name and I stand up and I knew by the look on the face, like, oh shit, that was their
Mhm.
look. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
we need to get where we can get beyond those type of things happening. It's almost 2023. Come on, y'all.
Mhm.
Stop hating,
Mhm.
like, especially stop hating on Megan. She's
Mhm.
not even doing anything. Like, I could see if she was, what they wanted her to be, as Megan said, they were hoping to rile up her mother's side of the family. Mhm.
Mhm.
But that wasn't the trash that you got.
She said it too. She said she thought that my other side of the family, that the black side of the family
Yeah, that's
would
what the media was hoping
uh-huh
would happen. Then they
would be
really could have
acting
had a
up.
good time. They could have had a good time with that. Woo woo.
Mhm. And
Mm-hmm.
they tried with the uncle.
Mm-hmm.
They tried with him, but it just didn't go anywhere. It didn't get any traction.
I do believe that, this is just my opinion. Mama Doria made a phone call.
You think
And
so?
you know how family phone calls can go for us. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When mama calls and just shuts that shit down, that got shut down. Because you're not going to do that to my child. Okay. Click. Mm-hmm.
And that's what and that's another thing highlight, for me with the docuseries with Doria coming out and speaking her truth and speaking her experience.
Yeah.
She went through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She went through a lot. So when you hear the other family say, "Well, our lives were, turned upside down and nobody helped us and nobody protected us," well, the same thing happened with Doria,
Right.
right? Doria couldn't even stay at her own house.
House. Right.
You know what I
Couldn't
mean?
go to her job. She couldn't do just the stuff that she normally wanted to do, walk her dogs without somebody,
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, taking pictures and saying that she was from Skid Row. I mean,
Yeah. That, but we all know the racism there. And that right
mhm.
off the gate was happening, the straight out of Compton. Like Megan said, first of all, it's factually incorrect. I love how it's factually incorrect, but what's wrong with Compton?
She's What's wrong with Compton?
Yeah, like answer that question, y'all, when y'all, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If cosplay decides, because you know she likes to cosplay outfits, and I saw her recently in the is it called Tarleton, the jacket that Meghan wore when they went to Ireland.
Mm-hmm. I saw
Yeah,
that.
okay. If you want to cosplay that hard, cosplay and getting your English accent, posh or not, down, and do a speech without any cards that you have to fumble through. Read it off the teleprompter or do it off the dome. But when you can cosplay that good, we might give you some kudos. Okay.
That's gonna
Might
be
give.
hard. That's gonna be hard to
Mhm.
give her kudos because, mm,
It's
mm-mm,
okay.
yeah, mm-mm.
She sticks to what she can do is clothes. Because that's all she. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me move on. Let me get away from this. Ooh, time. Okay. Now I know there's a lot of comments, y'all. Whew, there's a whole lot of comments here. First, hello to everyone again. You know, those of you in squad already recognize Special K. You'll have to rewind to hear her introduction. If one of the mods can drop her channel into the chat, I would appreciate it. That way, those who aren't connected, that aren't part of squad, and they might really love your personality because you are off the chain, lady. That they will connect with you and you know connect with your channel and all that. So
Yes, I can
um,
be.
she's fun. She's fun. Tells it right straight from the hip. Okay, so I know I usually go through the comments. It's just it's getting late and I might be up against the wall, you know. I don't usually go this long, y'all. So I really want to give Special K a special thank you for popping in and joining me and hanging out and doing the year-end review. And it won't be our last conversation on
No,
panel together.
absolutely not. Thank you so
And
much for inviting me.
oh, definitely, definitely. So I did see that I had some donations. So I want to say I'm going to play it once. I'm not going to play it 3 different times. But thank you, Elaine. You know, you're special. Nash, thank you so much. And Gil, thank you so much. So this is my special, you know, how I do. This is for all of you. And I hope I haven't missed any others, but Church Nelly will let me know. Here you go. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All righty. So as I get ready to draw to conclusion, Special K, if there's anything else you would like to say?
No, just once again, thanks for inviting me on your show. And me, I drop in every once in a while
Mm-hmm.
to listen to you. And squatties, I love you and I love you all. And keep pushing and keep supporting our faves. And look forward to the big things coming in 2023. Oh, and also Archie is so cute. He is so cute.
He's a good drum player. I love his music. He
He's
plays
yeah,
piano
he's
well too.
there you go, and he's singing. So hopefully that's
Yeah.
something that they will definitely you know, encourage, which I'm pretty sure that they will. But
Yeah.
Success Squad, you guys are the best and continue to wear the SS on your chest. Bye.
Bye. Thank you again.
No problem.
Okay, squad. So I'm going to say to everybody here today, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been 2022 was a wonderful year in many regards. It was rough for many of us in other regards, but we're here. Um, we survived. Prayerfully, 2023, not just us personally, but also for Harry and Meghan, will be a bang of a year in such a good way. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what they have in store for us. So I want to thank you again for joining me. And I love you all. I look forward to chatting it up with you in 2023. And now I'm going to hit my intro. Be safe, everybody. Wear your mask, everybody. Love you. Mwah. Don't party too hard that you sleep through the first day of 2023. Bye. See, I'm already messing up myself. I done played the wrong. There you go. Have a wonderful new year!